Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We'll get there by 10:12. I just had a bit of an emergency in the morning. Not a big deal, but just set me back a couple minutes. All good. All great. Had to restart, but we're ready to rock. God bless everybody here on the live. Bear with me. It's Friday, baby. We're up on the long that we called. We'll see what happens here. 104,600 for Bitcoin. Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. We there. We got a funky combination. I knew something was going on. The tie is blending with the back of the tie. There we go. And why are you over there? Why not you over there? Hey. There we go. Something. Anyway, if I look at it too long, I can't figure it out. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. Let's get that music back up and running. I got to get the music. I'm a music guy. If I can't get the music running, I just can't seem to get the movement.
You ain't got to.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody. Last night, I called a reversal for Bitcoin. I took some profits already because the market didn't look too good. Moved the stop loss to break even. I'm going to kind of show you what I see happening here as we move forward. And let's just move right in to 9 lives. There we go. All right, let's break it down for BTC. Shout out to everybody here. Last night was treachery. Crazy dump for Bitcoin. Got everybody absolutely wild and whacked out. Let's show you what I see happening for Bitcoin. Last night, we called a reversal on the 1 minute time frame. Actually, it might have been the 3. Let's take a look exactly what I was looking at last night out of the cup and handle for Bitcoin. And a lot is going on, man. I see a lot of people struggling with the price action up and down, but I also see a lot of people taking it, making it gain. Stops moved to break even, got it in at 1,430. It went to 105.5 at one point. Got a nice, beautiful reversal. ETH was actually ripping to the upside too as well for some gains. Last night, this is what we saw. Okay. I'm looking for the short squeeze here for Bitcoin. And that, look, again, if you pay $99 a month, there's people that claim to be better traders than me. They claim to have better this and that. They won't work as hard as me. So it doesn't matter how skilled they are because they're just not going to work as hard as me. It's just not going to happen. I am long looking for the short squeeze here. Look at that short squeeze. We're up at 6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning, 6:28 in the morning. No joke. And our last post, right after 6:14, we were banging on them. 6:05. My last update was 1 in the morning. I work so hard to keep you up to date every single day, and it's a false move Monday kind of. It's treachery today. Be careful. I think there was some news at 10 a.m. Was there? No, tentative. No, CAD. Yeah. Consumer sentiment and inflation expectations coming in at 10 a.m. I don't really put much weight in that, but it is a red folder nonetheless. The NASDAQ looked like it was going to make a nice little pump. Went into a, again, trading the NASDAQ. All you had to do was buy this one candle above the 200 MA, ride it up, and when you're not greedy, take profits when the 21 and the 200 got far apart. Now, when you lose the 200 MA, you short the market. It's very simple. Very simple. That was your trade right there. Bang, to the upside, 9:30 to about 10 o'clock, 9:45, and that's it. You're in the market for 15 minutes, made your money on your NASDAQ trades, and that's it for me, that would be it for the NASDAQ. I would get in there, I would get out there and call it a day. Look, the shoulder, head and shoulder told you to bounce. Anyway, that's the NASDAQ. If it gets back above the 200, we may get some movement here. We're going to take a look at the big picture for Bitcoin. So there was that cup and handle. We got the breakout. Bang, back to the upside. We formed a flag here. There's my model right there too, which is find a flag above the 200 while you're touching the 21. It did it twice. And both of those flags broke out for gains. And then you had the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. If you have a hard time seeing that, you see that? And you broke to the downside, the neckline of the head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. You broke to the, light years ahead of people that aren't seeing the pattern. If you're not, you know what I mean? Light years ahead. Then we saw this inverted, we saw the cup and handle, and that got to the target too. Now, yes, it's since given it up, and we've lost the 200 moving average on the 1 minute time frame, which is a known sell. That's why once we were in the gain, stops got moved to take profit or into break even. Full control, no emotions. And, after making boatloads last week, one account, I just left it alone. I didn't trade at all. Left my Mexi USDT account just completely alone, up huge from the last week. You don't have to overtrade. Just because you made a bunch of money doesn't mean you have to keep going. Take a deep breath. It's okay. BOOKMAP's been spot on. Lately, wherever it says the liquidity's been, we've gone. And right now, BOOKMAP is telling us that it's going back to 108,000 to 110. It called out down 103 area, 104. It went down there. Now it's saying it's going to go back up to 108, 110 and liquidate the shorts. That's where the most liquidity lies right now at the present moment in time. I'm not a psychic. I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. All I could tell you is we're here every single day with no days off. Every single day with no days off. And somehow, some way, that's going to reiterate a reaction. We're going to find a way to win if we show up every day. You understand? Consistency will gain an edge. You will gain an edge on consistency. If you show up every single day, you'll gain an edge. I figured it out, everybody. It's the key to life. Can you be consistent? Most people, see, the greatest thing about consistency is most people can't be consistent. So it'll be your white knight. It'll be your superpower. It'll be your kryptonite. You see what I'm saying? 90% of the world will not be able to be like insanely consistent. They'll find some other reason to get distracted or go some other way. So if you can find true consistency, it's obvious it's destined you become a multimillionaire. Like it's almost like there's no, because money has to flow. It's just like water. Water flows to the lowest point, you know. If the lowest point was the highest energy for money, like if you're the most consistent, like money's gonna flow to you. Money flows. Start any business and then just work more consistently than any other business in the, you know, if they're open 6 days a week, open 7. If they close at 4, close at 5. You know, if they don't make house calls, add house calls. Say we also deliver. You know what I mean? Whatever your competition isn't doing, just do it. I could go to any city right now, find any business. We could figure out a way to get it started with minimal, and we would start chewing away at the revenue of the other surrounding businesses. It just is what it is. Yeah. Just like a bomb. Yeah. Let's fire up this super chat. Shout out to Chris Klaus. God bless you, Chris. And shout out to DeFi Hustler. He wanted me to shout him out today. DeFi Hustler, man. I remembered without even having to see the write-up. God bless the DeFi Hustler. Thank you for being here with the lifers. God bless you, brother. And thank you for wanting a shout out. I appreciate that. People don't, you know, Fridays, a lot of people they start Monday. I'm afraid to take profits. There'll be a time we can't buy Bitcoin back. What do you think, Sam? I don't take profits on Bitcoin. Right now, you are in a Bitcoin Again, I'm not a financial, what I'm going to say right now is my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I believe right now, for everyone right now, I'm going to make the most valid statement, the most important statement I've ever made on this channel and the history of my entire channel today, right now, at this present moment in time. And I've said a lot of stuff. So why would I be so crazy about what I'm about to say right now? So important, everybody. Oh, so important. Are you ready? Are you ready? I might mean the main stage for this. I think we need the main stage for this one all the way, right? We might need to really just like really zoom in on you right now, you know. But let's take a look. All right, so check it out. What I'm about to say right now, you're in the last stages of accumulation for BTC. This is it. Anywhere between $80,000 and $100,000, in my humble opinion, is a chance of a lifetime. Again, you do whatever makes you happy. And again, it doesn't matter to me. You don't pump my bags when you buy Bitcoin. Like if even the 100,000 subscribers I have buy all the Bitcoin in the world, it doesn't matter, right? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't pump my bags. I'm not saying this for any other reason. And I was saying this when Bitcoin was 1,000, 4,000, 5,000. I said, these are your last chances to get this at the best price possible. I still believe these are your last chances to get it at the best price possible. This is it. So everyone else is focused on the day-to-day, worried about the up and down. They're freaking out right now if a bear market's coming. That is all nil. 104,003, 103,005, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, folks. Get your head in the game. Understand that this is the chance of a lifetime right now. And if you're focused on your altcoin being down, all this ups and downs, you see what I'm saying? My thing is this, so it's new money, it's digital money, it's Moore's Law. More people know about it every day. They're going to continue to cut it in half. You do you, I'll do me, but I'm going to continue to buy BTC every single day here on the channel. You know what? Might as well buy some Bitcoin right now as it's starting to dip to the downside. Let's take a look at the crypto fear and greed index. I like using it. I like when we have some heavy fear. When we got heavy fear, I'm all in. I'm going all in, you know. So let's take a look at what happened to the crypto fear and greed index today. It's at 61. Yesterday was at 71. So that means it's a red day, right? That means people are a little fearful. It's a good day to buy some BTC whenever there's some fear. So, yeah. Oh, look at this, though. We just lost the 4-hour 200 MA, and it looks like we're going to go further to the downside. That looks like we're going to cook. I attempted the reversal today. We got as far as we could, but we got rejected. We couldn't break it above some key levels, and now you can see we're making a bit of a bear flag. 15-minute bear flag, actually, for Bitcoin, too, as well. Let me show you. All right. So let's do our top-down analysis for Bitcoin. But, you know, we called a nice little long last night. We even had the inverted head and shoulder. Got a strong resistance at 105,000. And now we're below that weekly support or resistance at 104,460. Got to stay above that to remain bullish. Again, you don't have to know where Bitcoin's going to go to trade it. Remember that. I believe over the long term, of course, it's going up. Yeah, this is my hand. I drilled into my hand. It hurts very bad. I'm in pain every time I type. I'm in pain right now as I speak to you. No, I didn't take ibuprofen or Advil, even though my wife asked me to and she got me some. I haven't taken a painkiller in so long. You know what I'm saying? That I don't know. I think I just like the pain. But yeah, I drilled into my hand yesterday. I was drilling a pool post, like a skinny pool post that was rounded, and I had to put little latches in it. So I just had to do a little skinny hole, like, you know, 1/4 inch or something. Less than that, 1/8 of an inch. And I was pushing real hard because we weren't getting through because I had dulled the drill at that point. And it was an old drill bit from my dad's toolbox, and it cracked. Like the drill bit snapped. So when it snapped, the drill kept going forward, and my hand slipped too, and then drill went right into my hand. Puncture wound feels nice. But yeah, that's why, you know. So last night I was sitting there with my hand throbbing. I was in a lot of pain. I wanted to keep it above my heart and just chill. Every time I let it swing around, it hurt. When I was typing, it hurt. So I skipped the weekly screen share yesterday. I greatly apologize. I will make it up to you tonight. If I had kidney stones, never took a painkiller. Amen. Bro, I'm a roof tiler. Just use castor oil on it. Amen. Painkillers used to be my thing. Then God save me. Amen. Yeah. Yeah, just castor on it, 100%. Yeah. He likes pain. What a G. I mean, who doesn't like some pain? Pain puts it into perspective for you, makes you kind of feel alive, doesn't it? You know, when you're like, yeah, that's some good pain. So right now, I believe these are just some good prices for BTC, right? And so we want to go to spot if we can, if we're allowed. And I want to buy some spot. I want to buy some spot BTC. What do you say? What do you say? We buy some spot Bitcoin. Follow me at CryptoLifer33 on Twitter. Constantly updating you, constantly giving you the sauce. It does not stop. We love you. We appreciate you. And we want to show you the way. Every single day I'm showing. This is amazing information too. All right? You can even see me making some funny faces. Have some fun. Have a laugh, right? So I'm going to go over to spot, buy some Bitcoin. Why not? It's a good day to buy Bitcoin. Every day is a day to buy some more Bitcoin. When everyone else is bugging out, you got to stay true to the plan. Got to stay true to exactly what I stay true to the plan of Bitcoin. And they really did keep this nice. Remember, I sold Hyperliquid for a beautiful game. We got into like 34.90, sold at 42. Again, I gave some great trades and we sold them. We paid ourselves. I paid the trader when I knew it wasn't looking good. Honestly, it looks like I could get Bitcoin cheaper than it is today, but it's a red day, so I always think it's going to go lower on the days I buy it. It always looks like it's going to go lower on the days I buy Bitcoin. So that's how I know it's a good day to buy Bitcoin, because it looks like it's going to go lower. And look at this. They set it up just like spot, you know. So I'll buy $2,000 worth of Bitcoin, 11,000. Ooh, why not, right? The more I buy, the better off I'll be. I'll regret everything I don't buy. You know what I mean? I always say, dang, I wish I had more. Hope that's holding. I don't trust that little bar, like. Every time you buy more Bitcoin, that's money you didn't throw into leverage, money you didn't do something stupid with, money that you're going to keep safe. And I'm at 324. Let's see if we catch it. We'll likely catch that order. Bitcoin kind of goes around, right? If not, I'll come back to it and check on it. I'd like to just get it done, though. I'm a get it done type of guy. I don't want to wait on this. I don't like to wait as it's ripping. Always seems that way, right? When you're attempting to buy it, it's ripping. When you're going to sell it, it's dumping. Shout out to all my beautiful people out here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. So that's in there like swimwear. We should have made that gain that right now and snatched up that BTC. Yeah, we grabbed it. And it was 74-cent fee to buy $3,000 worth of Bitcoin. I mean, you can't beat that. And if I was the taker, it would have been less, the maker. Shout out to everyone out there on the live. Shout out to Mexi for the low fees. We appreciate that. All the other exchanges would give you a higher price than Bitcoin is and charge you more in the fees. That's basically free right there. 74 cents to buy $3,000 compared to, all the other exchanges out there. Mexi for keeping the prices super low. Altcoins are trash at the moment. Too high risk for entry. 100%. 100%. I only trade altcoins when it's worth it. I gave you 1 or 2 altcoin trades recently. TARS AI and Hype. That was it, right? And SPX 6900. That was it. There was nothing else that I felt was worth really trading. We looked at a bunch of things. It looked like we could get a bounce. But all depends on Bitcoin every single day. Anybody know which exchange offers the best percentage back on Coinverse deposit? I know BTC does 10%. I don't know anything better. I mean, right now we're doing a lot of cool stuff with Bit2Nex. So Bit2Nex is doing I think you get through the campaign I'm running, you get a lot. Check it out. Take a screenshot, look at all this, and do the math. But it actually may equal out pretty nicely if you get your volume up. But we're doing an awesome campaign with Bit2Nex right now. Jump on into Bit2Nex if you want to get hooked up. Okay. $20 on red spot Bitcoin. Let's go. Thanks for introducing me to Minotaur. Passive income in the bot. I'll be honest right now, Minotaur bot is amazing. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. People are making passive income through the knowledge in which I'm giving you. And you can schedule a free call today with Minotaur to find out more. Crypto Lifer and Minotaur, it never loses. The thing's unbelievable, and it really doesn't lose. It's unreal. Shout out to anyone that has already jumped into Minotaur. Schedule a free call today. I'll put the link here for you. And what this is a bot that trades for you. You could be at the beach with your family, and it loves to buy the drawdowns when Bitcoin's dumping. It's really awesome, man. The thing is set up pretty nicely, so check it out today. Just schedule a free call. Ask some questions. It'll blow your mind. All right. Thank you for bringing up Minotaur. I appreciate that. And again, my class, June 28th. Someone said they couldn't sign up. I don't know. I believe it's June 28th. My team can double check. But we teach class live. It's a live course that I teach. Okay? Live. That's right. A lot of people are selling courses. They won't ever do a live course. I want to connect with you. I want you to see me. I want to see you. I want to change your life in that afternoon. And I know we can. I know people that have been trading 15, 20 years. They say my class changed the way they looked at the markets. 100%. Yeah. The last chance to buy alts before they rip. It looked like yesterday there was your higher low, right? June 28th, yeah. Shout out to the 1,450 people. That's amazing that many beautiful souls are here. Dear Lord, thank you for the beautiful souls on my live, man. I'm so blessed on a beautiful Friday of the summer. God bless me. Thank you, dear Lord, for everything you've given me. Thank you for the attitude to stay humble every single day. Keep pushing it. It's not an act. You got to actually train your brain to stay positive all the time and be in a good mood. And people are going to want to hang out with you. Minotaur sounds like no, that's so insane. No, Minotaur is a real group of people that I met in Nashville. I would not ever hook up with anyone like that. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Bitcoin getting that bounce to 104.5. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Already up on my Bitcoin buy. Look at that. I'm already up $200 on my Bitcoin buy. Unbelievable, right? Alts are always to rip, but never do. I know, right? Well, actually, Hyperliquid did rip. Like certain coins are in and out. Trade them. Don't date them. All right, let's get back to Bitcoin. So what a lot of people are stressing out is this is a bearish divergence on the weekly. 100%. 100%. But no matter what, we keep holding the weekly support at 104.5. Every time we challenge it here, got back above. We challenge it here, got back above. We challenge it here, got back above. We challenge it here. This will be the sixth week that we have challenged this key level. Rejected one time there, but we eventually would come back on up to the upside. Oh, you got to love that pain, man. Who here bought the bot? Who here has the Minotaur bot? Everyone who here put a, right, Minotaur 444 if you got the bot. I want to show people how many people are making gains with the bot, and you could be too. Trading isn't easy 24/7 on a 24-hour market. The bot doesn't sleep. The bot doesn't need to eat. It's Raisin Bran. You know what I mean? The bot just keeps pushing, man. It doesn't matter. So everyone who's in fear is going to miss out. Whenever there's heavy fear, I'm buying, baby. I'm buying that fear. I'm buying it up. I'm buying it up. I am buying it up. Look at the Minotaur 444s out there. Bang, bang, bang. Look at that. A bunch of people using the bot. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We're also grateful. Someone said something here about gratitude. We're also grateful. That's right, Sammy. Always talking the truth. You're the one and only. Nobody can school and trade like you do, Sammy. Absolutely. Nobody knows anything. Nah, I don't know. Come on, man. That's crazy. I know what his Minotaur is trading. Yeah. 12K. It depends on the pricing. Yeah. But for life, man, that thing will just continue to burn. It's already made my money back in less than a year, 30% on my Bitcoin return. I mean, you can't beat that. And, strike me dead if I'm lying. And I would never lie about my life, man. That bot has made me 30% in under a year. In about a year, but in July, I think by October, it'll be a year when I really started running it. Yeah. If you still want altcoin gains, look at the Bitcoin treasury companies. I know, right? So bearish divergence on the weekly, oversold in the stochastics. And I start pulling a fib here and getting ready for some type of pullback to a 618 Fibonacci. And I started saying, hey, we could come back down to the 21-day moving average. And I said, don't be surprised. I said, don't be like, oh my gosh. And that's a cup and handle, a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. We'll drop for you anyway in case you weren't sure. We've been showing this idea for a long time. It's going to take its time. And I kept telling you, look out for 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember, I kept saying, look out for 6 to 7 weeks of a pullback. Once we have this red candle on the weekly, I said, you got it. Look, I said, red candle dump, red candle dump, red candle dump, red candle dump, red candle dump. I said, the odds are we're going to get a pullback. Now we have to start figuring out where the pullback's going to be. You see what I'm saying? Instead of like playing games. And so, but then I said, maybe we go sideways. Like maybe we kind of keep this structure and we make an ascending triangle. So this is still in the cards until the weekly candle closes on Sunday night. It's got to close above 104,460 where it is right now. It has to close above where it is. Close above where it is, we're good to go. Things can really start to go into motion. It doesn't close, we're going to be in trouble. All right? I mean, we're not going to be in trouble. We're going to be able to make money going to the downside, right? All right. So can this thing continue down to the 618 golden pocket, maybe even down to the 786? Very possible. So that's the key level that I'm looking for. All right. Sandy, cup and handy. You're funny. So I'm looking for this to come on down to the 618 golden pocket. It could even wick down to the 786. I would not want to see it lose 94.5 though. Right there, that key 98.5, right? This key level right here. So again, if we close a weekly candle below 104,460, and look at the bounce for Bitcoin. It just ripped $300 in a half a second. It was just 460, it's now 720. I don't know how it's moving that fast. But there you go, man. BTC doing damage here. Damage cheese. Damage Chesaway. I'm just messing with you guys. Cheese Louise. Damage Tweez. So we could come back down to the 618. 100,500, 100,394. A wick down to 97,000. I'm on the camp that I don't see us breaking. Look, I'm already up $300 on my Bitcoin buy. Unbelievable. But I don't see us breaking 100K ever again. Like, there's a good chance we never go back below $100,000 Bitcoin. And I know people are in shock and they don't believe me. It's a pretty big chance that's what happens. Anyway, so it really depends on where this weekly candle closes. It's going to tell a story. We close below, then I got to start thinking we're going to lower. We close above, then the consolidation is still on, and this becomes extreme support. Right now, it's holding at 104,640, so they've tested the waters. They seem to be bringing this candle back up, right? It's Friday, so in 2 days, we are going to find out what's going to happen here to BTC. Let's take a look at our 5-day chart. Nasty bearish engulfing candle, like just ugly sauce right there. I'm going to get rid of this moving average, but the sideways price action here. If it was a downward flag, in my humble opinion, we already would have been moving down. You get it? We got rejected here. Come on down. Because we went up so fast, came down, it's starting to tell me we're range bound inside of a new range. And we're in a pretty cool range. It does tell me we're probably going to close somewhere down here. So tonight and tomorrow, we can pump back to the upside. See, when we're range bound, right? You open here, you pump up. You close up here, you pump down. So it would be weird if we kind of wick back up today. Kind of makes sense that we would stay somewhere down here, just sideways price action, and then basically after 8 p.m. tonight, we'll start to come back to the top of the channel, right? Because that's, how else could if they're going to make it, otherwise we're making some type of nasty dump here to the downside. A little bit of bearish div there too, as that swings down on the RSI and swings up on price action. Not amazing. So you got to get a bounce here in the next 2-3 days, otherwise, right? The story's a little more, we're getting pounded down to the downside here. So, Bitcoin, what are you doing to us? How can we make money off you, Bitcoin? Show us the way, baby. Yeah, so I'm looking for basically not much price action today. Like, for things to go my way, no price action today at all. Flat, sideways, like 104.5 to 104.8 or 10, you know what I mean? Somewhere in that area, 105.3. And then we close somewhere in here with a nice wick. And then at 8 p.m. tonight, the next candle opens up and the daily starts to rip back to the upside. So 8 p.m. is going to tell us a huge story today. We're going to get a lot of information out of the weekly close and out of the daily close tonight. So, yeah, and that's good. Sometimes it's you don't get as much information. Like, you're waiting. You have to sit there. Some days are confirmation days. Days where you can see exactly what's about to happen if a certain thing does occur, right? Like, for instance, this day, when we closed this candle above that resistance, we knew the next big candle could be pretty big because that was resistance. And, once this candle got above there too, and you could look at it on the daily or the 4-hour, but bang. This was also a double bottom. Remember when we called out this double bottom? Everyone else did 100 other things. That's a double bottom. It's going to break to the upside 68% of the time. A bit of a cup and handle there. And you got the blast to the upside. So, yeah, I like this 3-day chart, and I like the consolidation. That's swinging down. That's healthy. Very healthy. And so I'm looking for Bitcoin to consolidate on the 3-day chart, make a beautiful bull pennant in the next, that could take 12 days. That could take somewhere between 6 and 12 days. I'd say 2 and 4 candles. And actually, we can hold shift and find out exactly how that could happen. It could take 12 days, right? 4 candles, 15 days, 12 to 50 days maybe. I'd say somewhere between 9 and 15. 15 is a bit of a stretch for me. I'd say about 12. So, yes, sideways price action here until we get to the beginning of June, of the summer here, the summer solstice, the 21st. Yeah, so we're looking for this tight price action. Break out, get the retest, and blast to the upside here. And Bitcoin heads to 128,000. So this is still on the table. Anyone who's bearish, you got oversold stochastic. No bearish divergence on the 3-day. Cup and handle technically even on the RSI, if you see what I'm saying. So you got this cup with a handle, see it? I'll draw it in case you weren't sure. I like to put patterns on the RSI. Bit of a cup and handle here too as well. That could really rocket us to the upside. Today is the macro technical analysis video, everybody, where we go through all the charts in about a 20-minute period. After the stream, I do a pre-record video for you and your viewing pleasure. Look out for that. That's going to blow your mind. So we're looking for this to get sideways here. It'll move up. It's about 127,000. Remember, not every day you have to be in a trade. last 10 days we've had a lot of wins. We've had some treachery. We had ups and downs. For me, it's been insane. I've learned so much about myself and trading in the last 10, 12 days. I think more every time I'll learn more. Every time you put work into something, you're going to get something back from it. Remember that. Never hold back from your own achievement, from how much energy you can put into something, because you get more when you put in more energy. So there's no reason you should hold back. Shout out to the $48 in chat revenue. Thank you so much. 383 people on that like button. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me. And that is your time. Your time is everything you have, my friends. You've got nothing else but time. Everything else can be replaced. Your time is something you can never get back. Okay. Yeah. $10 funny. I didn't even mention the man. So we're looking for this tightness here. I'm reading what you guys are saying in the chat. It's so funny. And so we're looking for this bounce here for Bitcoin 2 on the daily time frame. Same thing as yesterday, right? Same story as my update from last night or this morning. We're looking for this. That was kind of a cool shape. But we're looking for this update here. This bounce. And that's a higher low. You wreck the shorts. Look, they're going after whoever they can. And so we're looking for this bounce back to the top of the range, just like we said before. And, the daily candle could close pretty lame. And then we get our bounce. So I'm looking for a bounce here today, possibly. And if we lose this, and how do we know what's going to, what the short or what the long? We'll take a look at our 4. 12 of the 22, both looking for the bounce off the channel too. 8 hour as well. 8 hour could head down to that 200 moving average. The 4 hours flirting with the 200 MA, right? It fell below it. So it's kind of one of these here. You got to get back above that 4 hour 200. Your next move is usually to you bounce off the 6 hour. See? Once you lose the 4 hour 200 MA, you're going to go to the 6 hour. Then you're going to bounce off it. That's going to be your next bounce area. Once you lose the 6 hour, you're going to go to that 8 hour. If you lose this trend line. So if Bitcoin ends up anywhere right here, starts making a bear flag, you got to think it's going to start coming down to the 8 hour 200 moving average. That's the golden pocket right there too as well. As you can see the white lines of my fib at about 100,005. All right. So definitely something. All right. Definitely something, so we're looking for the bounce here for BTC. 4 hour doesn't look amazing, but it's very oversold. And look at the 1 hour rolling over today. It's so weird. So the 1 hour was in this kind of a nice falling wedge, if you ask me. Broke out, fake in, got back inside. Now it's got the cup and handle, but it's overbought. We had our chance to pump, and we didn't really get back above a key resistance. So you can see right here, Bitcoin's got to get back above locally. So what you do is you see the bigger time frames. You suggest if there's going to be a bigger move or not. So we see the daily has to make that move up, or it's going to fall from the trend line and dump down to the 8 hour 200 moving average. Write that down. That's what's likely going to happen here if you lose this trend line. So now you're watching the smaller time frames to see if they can actually produce a local move. And local, I mean something on the smaller time frames. Like can the 1 hour get back above 105.5? If that doesn't happen, you're done. You're cooked. You see what I'm saying? You're so cooked. So you got to get back above 105. I even say, 105, 327. That's the key level. See, I lean my hand on the desk and it hurts, so I'm just keeping my hand kind of floating here. And that is a cup and handle. There's a handle there. And I have seen us flip just because we're overbought in the stochastics, but most of the time, you're bear flagging, right? The thing is, they got a lot of people seeing this as a bear flag. They keep creating bearish scenarios. The only thing keeping me alive is my moving averages. I've stopped using even patterns at certain times. I'm just using just moving averages because they're throwing it off. They're going to make it seem, So that would be the move. The measured move down would be 102,365. Again, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm figuring out while we're live together here. We're going through the sauce. And, I'll get rid of this here. And I see a symmetrical triangle, right? At the end of the day. I feel like that was it too, and we already lost it. Now we're bearishly retesting and trying to get back inside that pattern. So like this is what I see, and that's mainly a bearish pattern, right? The base of this, that would send you lower, somewhere down to about 102,110. And that goes to 107,678, right? Beautiful move back to 107,000, but man, these mainly break down. I have to be honest. So most likely this ends up down here by probability. That's just what I see. I got the bullishness in my air, and I want that pump. But most of the time, I do see the struggle. The 15 minutes very oversold, attempting to get a bounce. I would be looking for an inverted head and shoulder here on the 15. A lot of people can't handle this. They can't handle what I just said on the 1 hour, the 15. It's too much. They're tuned out at this point. It's too many time frames. They're not. I was like that when I was a beginner. I couldn't conceptualize multiple time frames. My subconscious mind couldn't handle it. You got to work up to it. First, you do the 1 hour, then the 4 hour, and the daily. Then you can do the 15 minute. Then you add the 7, then the 5. Then eventually I can do the 1 minute all the way up to the monthly, the 2 month, the year chart. It's all the same to me, but it took a long time to get comfortable with time frames. I teach you how to whittle through time frames. It's not even just, some people teach you just indicators, but we teach you how to find it, how to find the sauce through the time frames. Certain days, like the 15 minute is the time frame we're watching. Certain days it's the 1 hour. It changes depending on the day because the information changes as they're manipulating price action, I'd be looking for this inverted head and shoulder on the 15. I'd be looking for a bounce back to the 200 MA on that 15-minute time frame. None of this can occur if the 1 hour does not get back above the 200 moving average. Right now, you got yourself a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder that did bounce up. Had a bit of a flag. You're trying to attempt to get back above the 2. That would basically form my model. We'd get above the 2. We'd make a flag. The 21 would touch. I would be getting in right there for a long. And there would be the move to the upside, right? So I'd be looking for that. 104.8, Bitcoin pumping despite what we saw there on the 1 hour time frame. Now look at the 3 minute getting back above the 200 moving average. The 5 minute is above the 200. That's a known signal for me to scalp. A known scalp signal. And Ethereum this morning had the huge pump up. It was really nice from 25.14 to 25.64. I mean, pretty big move for ETH. Funny, I just sold ETH at that 27.30 area, then was salty, it went to 28. And look, it goes back down. You're happy you took that sell. It's never been like, let me hold these positions till the next big run. I'm not doing that. I'm taking whatever the market gives me and moving from there. Look at this. I'm looking for an inverted head and shoulder on Ethereum. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. This would be a perfect entry for ETH right here. I take a shot, even though ETH is very high risk, right? 2294 on the liquidation. And there we are. I put my stop loss below the 200 moving average. I go the length of the inverted head and shoulder. See, I'm way ahead of the trade. So when people take this trade, I've already seen it. You see, it doesn't mean I'm going to win every time, but I'm setting myself up for winning by showing up all the time. Also, when you become consistent, people will think you're pompous. Why? Because consistent people win a lot, and everyone else will envy your consistency. They'll be upset that they can't be as consistent as you. They'll get too drunk when you don't. They'll do heavy drugs when you work out. They'll decide to go, to a bar and watch us, basically a mindless event while you go out into nature and walk in the mountains. There's going to be a reason why you end up where you are and they end up where they are. And it's going to be the decisions you make every single day that compound over time. Everyone says they're struggling. Oh, my life's not going well. It's just the decisions you're making. Your life's not going well because you're going to the bar after work every day instead of working on yourself. That's why that's why you're struggling. A lot of people are the exact cause of their struggle, but they say they're struggling. I always say to anyone, if you tell yourself you're struggling, well, that's the reason. You're struggling because you tell yourself you're struggling. Of course you're going to struggle if you keep telling yourself you're struggling. You create your own reality. You're in charge. So if that's what you keep saying, that's what's going to be happening. That's the reality you're going to create. 100%. You're so in charge of your mental state, it's insane. The world isn't against you, right? And again, some people had horrible experiences. They were abused as kids. I get it. There's a lot of trauma there. I had trauma too. We can't keep blaming our past. We got to fix it. If you got to talk to someone, talk to someone. Get a friend. Get a therapist. Figure it out. But don't let it keep eating you alive. 104,956 for Bitcoin. Getting the move to the upside. Ethereum doing damage. Damage cheese for ETH here. Shout out to my weeks traders. Jumping on in, surfing the weeks trades. I love the little surfer they added there. But man, we're seeing some possible reversal here for Bitcoin. Huge pump here above that, and it's getting above the 1 minute 200 MA too as well, and the 5. Tells me there's a chance for this right shoulder for BTC. And then we look here, and there's a lot of liquidity further to the upside, all the way back to 110,000. Bitcoin's been doing the impossible, and what people don't think, look, I'm already up huge on my Bitcoin buy now. I got into 104.3. We're up 104, and that's why I always say it's time to buy more Bitcoin. And again, someone's like, why didn't you leverage that into an alt and make a bunch of money today? Because I'm not greedy. See, most people would have taken that $3,000 and felt they had to go 10x leverage, 100x leverage, and traded some altcoin. I just stashed BTC. What I did is I put that money away for my kids. Who knows what I'll do once I start leverage trading? Once it goes into the in and out, you know what I mean? If you're not consistent and disciplined. So to the average person, anyone ever asked me about how I got here, I say, man, I just DCA'd into Bitcoin and I continue to do so. It's a very simple strategy. I buy more Bitcoin. When everyone else bugs out, when I see red candles, when I see the fear going up, I buy more Bitcoin. I'm convinced that I've got the answer. It's got me where I'm at today, and it looks like it's going to continue to help. So, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. When I buy Bitcoin, I do it for my own personal legacy, my own personal ideas, things that I believe are going to happen in time. I hope you have that same conviction that I do, and you're able to push through the emotions that they're trying to scare you from buying the greatest asset in the world. But again, I digress, right? $105,000 BTC, let's go. We called the reversal last night too as well. Shout out to my lifers, man. Suited up, booted up. I got pants on. I don't got no sweatpants. I didn't go halvesies on you with some shorts. I got khaki pants on, ready to rock, baby. Shout out to Rob. Hope you got home safe to the island, brother. Hope the cats are doing well. Hope all the animals are chilling, and hope you're ready for your trading journey, because this is your time, man. No more doorknobs. No, you know what I mean? No more sanding. This is your time, brother. You're not going to turn it off. I'm sure you're going to build something out there or have some, I don't know what you're going to do, but you're going to do something. Shout out to all the awesome people out here, all the live, all my lifers. Let's take a look if there's any strong coins holding us. The one coin I would love to trade, Hyperliquid. That thing's going to hold. It probably came back, but it's going to hold. Look at Farcoin Sting at 116. Farcoin was like, I don't know, 60, 70 cents just a few months back. So that thing's still holding a double up. Funny Jitto of all coins up. 5% in 7 days, 2% today alone in the last hour. SPX doesn't care. Bonk, a little bit of money. IP, whiff, 81 cents. Flare token keeps coming at us. We're going to take a look at Hyperliquid. I'm going to look at the Sky coin too. Let me take a look at Sky and see what it's all about. Sky's on every exchange in the game. The governance token of the Sky ecosystem. Maker holders can upgrade their Maker to Sky, and Sky can also be converted back to Maker. Upgrading is optional. Users get 29 per Maker when they upgrade. At launch, the Smart Burn engine will move target to... Maker's been huge. So if it's up with Maker, Maker's one of the best in the game. You know what I'm saying? I love Maker. Interesting. Sky looks like it could be a pretty good play. Saw on BitKit Kraken. Sky. Let's take a look at that. That's DeFi in your hand right there. And you're getting that residual play off of MakerDAO, which is, $1,800. So could be some good opportunity out here. Sky Protocol. It's on KKX. They got it on Weeks too. Weeks, baby, Weeks. Weeks has been holding it down. Look, they didn't have them XC, but they got it on Weeks. That's one of the, now weeks is they're adding coins every couple of days. So look, this thing just continues to rip. And so if anything's hot and going to make some money, we should trade what's got the volume and people talking about it. Form a trend line. Wait for it to get back to the trend line, possibly. Wait for it to hold support. Eventually, it'll consolidate. It might take 2 to 3 weeks. Could be a little quicker. Let's take a look at it on the 1 hour time frame. See what's happening on that 1 hour. Oh no, Trading View, you didn't. There we go. It's like once a month or maybe four times a month. I'll get like a Trading View glitch, but it's very rare. They're great. The website loads awesome. Everything seems to run exactly as we want. So we want this right shoulder now. It would make 100% sense that this would start to collapse. Now, it could go sideways here and eventually don't. Don't be surprised if we go lower today, down to 102,000. You know what I'm saying? Be ready for anything. Be ready for anything. It's a low volume Friday after massive, massive liquidation. So, and, thoughts of war and all this nonsense. Nobody's going to war, everybody, man. Nobody's going to war. It's all a bunch of nonsense. I really don't believe it. But anyway, some people could get insulted by me when I say that, so I don't know how to. Because, real people are getting hurt, Sam. It's real stuff. And I'm like, I get it. But, it's all being controlled by someone else on the bigger side that wants me to feel a certain way. I'm not going to give in to them. I'm not giving them the emotions that they want to help change the earth. Because they're trying to actually mold the earth. Because if we all think something, we create it. And they know that about humans. So they want you to think of what they want, so you help create what they want. Don't do that. Don't fall into the trap of the matrix where they can use your mental energy to create reality. Don't you understand? You're part of the quantum theory. You're part of the reality. When you think it, you create it. So if they get enough people to think it through, so don't buy into this idea. It doesn't exist. They've been building this up for so long. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. Back to the chart. So we're waiting for this right shoulder here for Bitcoin. That's what I'm looking for. I get a right shoulder there for Bitcoin and things can kind of start to go our way here. We get a bounce. It's going to take a long time. And as I said, looks like Bitcoin has to stay flat until 8 p.m. tonight, where then the next daily candle can whip back up if we are going to be range bound, which looks like we are. So I'm already kind of setting up for that idea. So I'd love it. This would make sense because this would take till, 5:30, 6 o'clock, right? Would that be 1 in the morning? Yeah, we could get till 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it goes a little more sideways. We start to break out. But definitely it'd be good if the daily candle closes somewhere in between here and 105,300 for my range-bound idea. You get it? So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. And we watch this basically symmetrical triangle, which is supposed to break down. So the odds are you're going down to 102, 144 right now. That's the odds. But we could make a right shoulder, and then we'll see what happens here. 5 minutes stays above that 200 moving average. We are also good to go. The 5 minute loses the 200. It's more likely we're dropping down to 101.964. But if the 5 minute can stay above that 200 move, the yellow line here, we have ourselves a pretty nice chance of continuing further to the upside. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live, staying positive no matter what, believing you are the opportunity. Once you say that over and over again, I am the opportunity, I am the opportunity, I am the opportunity, then you become it. You find a way to make it happen. You become the only thing that can be, which is the reason, and the only thing that can be that exists is really the solution to the problem, right? The only thing you can be is the solution. You can't be an excuse maker. You can't add to the pain. Look at Bitcoin ripping 105,056, and I would love it if it just continues to fly. But it looked like a right shoulder would make sense here somewhere out there under the rainbow, you know what I mean? See what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm bullish on this reversal because we're above the 200 moving average in the 5. As long as we can stay there, we're good to go. We are good to go. Let's take a look at Ethereum. And so that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. We're watching for a right shoulder on the smaller time frames, and up to the 1 hour, we're watching a symmetrical triangle. And we're seeing if the daily can stop range bound, and then the weekly can stay above 104.4. I mean, everything's kind of set in place, isn't it? And then BOOKMAP suggests that we go higher and liquidate people above us all the way to 108,000 to 110. Just got more liquidity up there than anywhere else. It's getting a little lighter. It was darker before, but dang. Shorts are getting a little scared. Bitcoin getting a nice pump And look, the money printer, bang. But look at that, on the 1 minute time frame, blasting to the upside above the 1 minute. Just blasting above the 1 minute 200 moving average. Let me show you how we just did that. But using the 1 minute with the 21 cross, and that's right there. You could get in right now and may pump for the next 2 days, and this could be the best entry you ever had. I'm covered. I'm buying tons of Bitcoin. Like I'm heavy spot to the point of no return. 1,000 here, 5,000 here, 3,000 here. It adds up. It adds up. 4 hour looking like a beautiful reversal is in tow. I'm still in the 4 hour reversal. Let me show you that trade and why I believe in it. Just want to show you how the trade's set up and what I'm seeing in it. So when I go here to the 4 hour, I'm looking for a reversal. Bitcoin's likely going to eat this entire... Look, that was such a false move down. We're going to go all the way back to the upside. They use whenever they use a headline for war too, I've noticed this. Whenever they use a war headline, Bitcoin rips right back up. It rips right back to the upside. It does damage, baby. I see Bitcoin headed all the way back up here. I gave this trade to my trading group yesterday with a stop loss down here. It is still in the money. This trade is still in the money. Most people don't have the emotions to hang out on my trades because it goes up and goes down and they think it's over. But that trade has never been invalidated. I gave this trade yesterday to the trading group. I said I'm longing the 4 hour here for a reversal back to the upside. It's up to you. You do whatever makes you happy. I said, this is me. This is what I'm doing. And so far, it's been a nice reversal back to the upside. We did get this high on a wick earlier. They've come back down now. They've played some games on the 4 hour time frame. It's taken its time, but you're super oversold. The stochastics are low, and the 4 hour stochastics and the RSI. Look at the last time the RSI was this low on the 4 hour time frame, touching the dotted line. The last time we touched the dotted line was the dip there to 100,000, that crazy dip. And the time before that was this nasty dump down to 74,000. So that tells you that there was a lot of bearish price action to get us that low, and it didn't really pan out that well. It's still a higher low too. You see, and then we got this bigger idea here, and this would be the bounce, and we would break out of this. So if you're not open-minded, you can't see this. People are stuck on it's got to be one way, but it could be anyway. I see a move to the upside here for Bitcoin. I still believe you can get in right now with a stop below the point of control right now and ride this. I still believe you can enter this trade right now with a stop right here. Look, it's a 3.5 risk-reward ratio. 2.8 if you get to the top of the channel. Again, you do what makes you happy. My system tells me this is a great trade. So you go from there. I can't force trades on you. I can't get you to do things. I can't make you trade. All right? I can show you the probabilities day in and day out, and you can take them or not. Completely up to you. But I can't force you to trade. Amen, right? The Ethereum trade we just got in is up about 8%. Not amazing, but it's up 8% on BitTinex. If that rips, that could end up making a pretty penny here too today, right? Because Ethereum, moves a lot quicker. So I want to see if we can get ETH back to 2620. That'd be awesome. So a bounce off the bottom of this channel. This is what we're looking for. And again, we got to get back above moving averages. But right now, this 5 minute is about to do damage. So now we're looking for the 5 minute to make that right shoulder or some type of flag. Sometimes it does both. Like you could make it into a right shoulder or a flag. I'm looking for this here on the 5 minute time frame. This is juicy. So yeah, I'm getting that in about 15 to 30 minutes. Could be ready for the scalp. Could be ready for a nice scalp. Still a good time to DCA into an altcoin. Like if I believe in Sui, I'd be adding to Sui. Sui's an amazing bag, but that's me. You know what I mean? You gotta have something that you're convinced is going to be a good project, so you can buy it when everyone else is bugging out. This is the key to success. It's about having a mindset that gets you to do the right thing at the right time. That's what it's about. Once you produce the mindset, it's habitually good to do the right thing. So for instance, I used to trade. Ride trades up, ride trades down. One day I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to create a new account and call it the profit account. I'm saying I'm only taking profits in this account. My other ones, I can play games. But this one, whenever I'm green, I'm taking profits. And I tell people that whenever I have a student that says they're having a really problem selling, I say, okay, I want you to make a new account. I want you to send $500 to $600 in there or whatever, you know. These are people that already kind of have a good sense of trading. They still have trouble selling. All right. And look, I bought Bitcoin at 104,003, right? I'm up $1,000 on the Bitcoin buy already. Had I bought 100 grand of it, I mean, dang, right? So I see the 4-hour ripping back to the upside. You do you, though. I can't force this on you. And now, look, we're starting to get a nice move. And again, all you have to do is know how to buy the 200 moving average. Again, the NASDAQ, all my NASDAQ traders, you can define my strategies all you want, but like today, all you had to do is buy the movement above the 200 moving average on the 1 minute time frame. I mean, why do you want to make it any harder than that? Like right there. Then you could have bought this one too. You could have bought this one or the retest, and you'd be in the money yet again. I don't know what to tell you. I know you guys want to do your own thing and be stubborn, but I've been doing it for so long. Why not just do the right stuff? Get paid. Anyway, I can't force you to do the right thing. I can only show you the probabilities day in and day out, and you could do the math. Think if you're doing something for 7 years, I've been doing something for 20, I might just see something you haven't seen. There's a chance. But again, when you have the deep knowledge, you just got to wait for people to reach out. Eventually, they'll come to you. Don't force it on them. All you'll do is piss them off. I've learned this now. That's why it's tough when you know a lot. Like you sit in solitude a lot. Because you're either offending people. You got to find someone that's heavily stimulated, able to handle your conversation, and they're few and far between. So you're either offending people or you're quiet. So you find the right place to unleash, you know. I'm looking for this right shoulder. Look, shoulder, right shoulder for the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ might have a busy Friday here. And everyone's like, are you reading the news? Are you, you watching what's happening? Red flag. Come on, man. I'm not into it. I don't give in to the nonsense. I don't give in to trolls on my stream. I don't give in to trolls in the news, man. To me, it's all trolling. It's all a big trolling operation to troll you guys, to get you all to do something. The James Wynn is a troll. It's all one big troll, as far as I'm concerned. I like this trade because I like the 21 touching above the 200 moving average. This is my go-to setup here for any coin. NASDAQ, Forex, it doesn't matter. I'll trade anything this way. You get it? Look, here's my strategy again. A flag touching the 21 above the 200 moving average. Gone. It's a cup and handle too as well. I guess if you're trading, leverage mastery, you see that as a cup and handle. But there it is. I mean, it's beautiful. The 200 moving average. The 200 moving average. The 200 moving average. That would have produced a beautiful gain. You just waited for a candle to get above it. That would have produced a beautiful gain. You wait for a candle to get above it. That would produce a beautiful gain. You wait for a candle to get above it. The retest also works. That would produce a beautiful gain. You wait for a candle to get above it. You could have shorted it once a candle got below it. You could have longed once this one candle got above it. The NASDAQ is on point. Look, let's go through the last, right there. One candle closed above the 200 on the 1 minute. You got in. You would have made money, 1 for 1. You got on right here. Could have got wicked out, you could say, because there's a little wick down. Fine, you could say that one there. This one, you would have nailed it. So 2 for 3. This one, you would have nailed it. 3 for 4. And that was huge, too. These ones got above, but really were kind of weak. You could say, fine, they didn't really work. So you could say 4 for 6. Or 2. We were, I think we were like 4 for 5. Only one was wrong. So then 2 more. And then look, you got above here. That still gave you a gain if you weren't greedy. That was kind of sideways, but still kind of retested and won. This one won. This one won. This one won. And the gains will wipe out the losses. And again, remember, you only have to win 3 out of 10 trades with my trading strategy. 3 out of 10 trades. You're going to win way more trading the 200 moving average. I don't know what else I can do. I've done all the math for you. I've sat there and did all the math. I did it. And I said, if someone does this consistently, I don't see how they'll lose. The only way they can lose is if they mess with their mind. And they're, basically they play games with their emotions. That's it. As long as you stay consistent. See, the problem I find now is I could give you guys all the sauce. Most people can't stay consistent. That's the problem. Their emotions are throwing them off. One day they feel one way, they feel the next. They're all over the place. They can't seem to stay consistent. It's all right. I was the same way. It took time to develop that skill. It's a skill. Discipline is a skill. You're not going to have it overnight. You're not going to be able to show up like I can for 1,700 days straight. That's going to take time. You're going to slowly discipline yourself until you achieve that level of consistency, a supernatural level of consistency that almost no one in your life will even understand. But that's okay. You're a lifer. You're going to be part of an elite class of people like Navy SEALs. No one understands Navy SEALs. They go through a training no one else really gets. The Army doesn't get it. You know what I mean? The Marines don't really get what it means to be a Navy. I'm not planning to put it down on Marines. I should be careful because I love all. But the Navy, Navy SEALs are a certain breed of dude, man. They take 12 of them. It's insane what they do to those guys. All right? So we're going to take this trade here on the NASDAQ. I like it. And remember, we're growing this $2,000 account to $10,000. It's at $3,200 right now. So we don't go all in $250, $500 for 3, $58. And here you hit advance, you can see your trade. One at a time. Small wins lead up over time to big gains. I just got to reiterate that. Can you limit buy me in now there? Limit open. Show me the trade. That's a beautiful trade right there. They're going to make me mark it in, though. I should get limited in, I get limited in all the time on, right? Dude, that thing's going to moon right now. I didn't get my order filled for whatever reason. They're making me mark it in. I don't want to mark it in. Oh, and then you lost the stop loss. Take profit. So, see, one thing I like about MEXC is they keep that number there. I'm just teaching BTCC all the time, too, if they're watching, how to have a better experience. So I'm using my stream, really, which is crazy. I'm the nicest guy in the world. Nobody does this stuff. Put myself through the ringer to show other people how to make their exchanges better. But, like, the idea is, like, these numbers should always be there. They should never disappear. It'd be nice, right? Whatever, it spiked anyway, right? And now look, the limit is still in there. I got to get rid of that. All right, so we got the trade going. All right, on the NASDAQ. I'm trading the NASDAQ right here. The Tech 100 on BTCC. We could trade Tesla, NASDAQ, Apple, and a bunch of cool stocks, even gold, all right here. Gold pumped last night, too. Every time there's war, gold pumps. Bitcoin's ripping, by the way. 105,590 for BTCC. Just doing damage out the 200 moving average in the 5-minute time frame. Eventually, it is going to make a flag, but, man, this thing just doesn't seem to care. Let's go to the 1-minute time frame. It's making a rising wedge. Rising wedges break out parabolically. It's starting to make this rising wedge. A little bit of bearish divvy there, though, would cool it down. You're looking for this thing to possibly continue, though, to the upside. That's a rising wedge. Rising wedges break out parabolically. You have a golden cross kind of there. And that would be a pump. Watch out. It could come back down. You got some bearish divvy now. 105.5. What a pump for Bitcoin. And we called a beautiful reversal last night and this morning on that 1 minute. They had some treachery for the stop hunt. But now, so far, so good here for BTCC. And we take a look, and we got liquidity further to the upside, all the way up to about $111,000, $108,000 here on BOOKMAP. We give you BOOKMAP, we give you token metrics, we give you so much stuff all the time here. Let's see what's trending, just to be nice, real fast. We'll flash. I give this to you guys all the time in the group too as well. So you guys know we got Aura, Fartcoin, Home, and SWE, same as yesterday, right? Let me just refresh, make sure it's not like sometimes it does that. Yeah, Pi, SWE, Kita, and Not. I'm not a fan of Pi really, but SWE, Kita, and Not coin. I like Kita. Kita was the hottest coin in the game, so if any coin comes back strong with this Bitcoin pump, we get back to 110,000, Kita's going to be the one. Now, getting in Kita at 12 cents when I first put it out was the move. It went to a high of 167. Unbelievable. So we didn't chase, thank gosh. But I put this out to the group at 12 cents. This is like one of the big winners I found in the last 2-3 months. It did over 100. It did basically over a 10x, 12x. It was amazing. And so now, look, I mean, the 618 golden pocket support of resistance. It does have support of resistance here. So coming back to retest support could be a beautiful bounce area for Kita. I got faith this project will continue. The uptrend looks great. It is a little bit of a chase. I would like to get in there and sell it here and never look at it again. 105.560 for Bitcoin. You got to love this big movement here. 580, and they're flattening the shorts. They're reversing price action on that 4-hour time frame. Where else can they go? All the stops are above us. So where else do you think they're going to go? They're going to go further to the upside here. This is on Aerodrone, Kita. I don't know if I could buy it right now. I'd like to look for the consolidation, but I really fiending for it. Like someone bought 14,000 worth of Kita. Wow. People are fiending for this product. 20,000 7 minutes ago. 9,000 8 minutes ago. They're giving me FOMO, man. 65. Someone's selling. Looked like someone bought $25,000 14 minutes ago. People are loading up on Kita. Going in on that idea that Bitcoin's going to rip, I guess, to the upside here. Unbelievable. What a day it is to be alive. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being awesome. Yeah, that's a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time with the bearish divvy. But wow. Bitcoin doing damage, man. Damage cheese. So funny, right? Okay. So what I see now is because it looks super bullish, I flag it. See, that's why my flagging things out. Because you know what it is? When you flag things out, you tell the universe that you don't know it all. You're saying, hey, I don't know which way it's going to go, but I'm open-minded to see. And I'll set something up and I'll take it if it goes my way. It's like a really humble way of telling the universe you're humble in a way. Like you're going to use a stop loss because you know you're not a know-it-all and you know that anything is possible. See, know-it-alls, they end up broke, man. They know it all, right? They get it all every time. They know exactly where every candle goes. They nail it every time. People that talk like that, man, they make me sick. You know what I mean? Nobody knows that. Nobody knows, man. It could be a volcano in the next 2 seconds that could change everything. Like you don't know. You know nothing but the fact you're in ignorance, man. You're a human being on this earth with so much knowledge, and even if you lived 1,000 years, you wouldn't scratch the surface of all the knowledge. And you only live 100 if you're lucky. So let's get real here. None of us are really that smart. None of us really are ever going to know that much about this entire place. We're going to know fractions of it, little bits of it. And we're going to go to the next realm. If we're lucky, we're going to know like 0.00001%, maybe. Let's start realizing how much knowledge is really out there and how humble we should be with our knowledge, man. And I'm not saying we can't say, hey, we know something and it's okay to have knowledge and build ourselves up. Confidence is key. Don't get me wrong. It's not about telling yourself you're stupid and breaking yourself down. That's not what I'm saying. But it's about realizing where we are in this world and where your place is, right? And knowing that even if you lived 1,000 years and you read every single day, you still wouldn't have all the knowledge, even close. You get it? And we all know none of us do that yet. I said yet because you never know. But right now, that's not the case, right? We're not living 1,000 years that I know about. I'm sure there's someone out there that knows how to do that and hasn't told us yet. I wouldn't put it past the human race, man. We've done so many things and we've progressed to such high heights. I wouldn't put it past us. You know, it's not even about secrecy. It's just about progressive nature. The human race will progress. So that is a bearish div. Could we collapse? Is that it for the day? You know, I'd wait for the 5 minute to get back to that 21-day moving average in the 3-day. So this is what I would be on. I would leave the 1 minute alone today because it's small. It's got some big signals. But look at that pump. Again, if you just bought when the 3-day crossed the 200 moving average. You don't have to be a genius, folks. By any means. You just have to believe And you just have to learn the sauce from some guy who's been doing it for 20 years like me, and then implement the sauce, man. I'm waiting for this 21 to get back to price action. It may come down sharply. We don't know what's going to happen. See, always open-minded, always humbled by price action. Never becoming a know-it-all, because you never know it all. That's impossible. All right? It's just not going to happen. You're going to know what you need to know for what you're doing, or what will help you the most. Let's take a look at the fan funding today. Shout out to everybody here, $68.98 in chat revenue. Let's get it. We gave so much this week. We hooked people up with free subscriptions. We threw $100 there. We did a lot of cool stuff this week. I gave, you know what I mean? And there was people giving away subscriptions to other people. People paid for other people's subscriptions in the last 5 or 6 days. So if you could hit that like button and help other people, because the algorithm comes here and we give things away to people all the time. We help people all the time, right? Take care of that hand. Felt led to mention, don't let it get infected. You'll feel heat, might mean it's infected. It's just a construction worker doing raindrops. I'm just a construction worker dodging raindrops today. God bless you, brother. Yeah. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Bitcoin dominance chart seems very calm. Daily, weekly. Thank you for making a safe and family-friendly stream. God bless you, man. Yeah, bring your kids. Bring your wives. Yeah. Is Minotaur a monthly fee or a one-time fee? I think it depends on how you use it. $20 on Red Spot. You're funny. Shout out to Matt. I love you, man. Thank you for the both super chats. You didn't have to give, but you did. That will come back to you tenfold, Matty. That'll come back to you tenfold. Let me see that picture you got going on there. You got some iron? What do you got? A steel? What do you, okay, structure. Shout out to Matt, 22G7S. Shout out to DeFi Hustler Chris, man. I love you. Second shout out of the day, brother. Thank you for jumping on in. We appreciate you. We're watching the 3 minute to make a flag. We could pump back to 106,460. Remember, everyone's on the sidelines waiting for Bitcoin. Every time it goes lower, there's people grabbing up the price, wishing they got in at 97. Remember the FOMO they felt at 112,000. You have to remember that. People felt extreme pain and FOMO when it went to 112,000. They were priced out of Bitcoin, and they were told it was going to go to 90K, 80K. They didn't get it. So now when it goes down to 106, 107, they got buyer's remorse and like, man, maybe I should get in right now. Maybe I should just... And that's going to, in my humble opinion, keep it above 100,000, because every time it dips, the people are going to wish they could have gotten more when that was too high, and they're going to be reminded of the pain, and that pain's going to make them buy. And that's residual FOMO that's going to keep coming back into the market to pump Bitcoin. And again, you can feel that energy. You can see that energy. So many people wish they got more BTC. I just bought $3,000. You know how many people would never own $3,000 worth of Bitcoin? What I just did? Unbelievable, right? And may God bless my life. I have $3,000 to put onto Bitcoin. You know what I mean? What a life. Dear Lord, thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the internet. Thank you for the ability and thank you for Jamie, my wife, Sean, the coachee, Jay, the editor, and everybody that works with my team. Thank you to GF Burke, thank you to Master Friend. I just want to say thank you to every single person that found me online and decided I was the person they wanted to put their energy towards and help. Thousands of people have helped me now. Thousands of people have reached out. And we've changed so many lives in so many ways. With the group, we've changed lives. With the business, we've changed lives. You know, our team is a group of people like that really, really want to win. Shout out to Lakochi. And congratulations again, Lakochi. You can tell everyone when you're ready, but congratulations, man. I love you, brother. Thank you for always being there for me. Love learning. Crypto Billy. I don't want to leave anyone out. After I was investing, anyone that ever helped me in my life, man. Even Ben, man. Shout out to Ben. I hope you're okay, Ben. God bless you out there, man. I know no one else pulls for you. No one mentions you, but, man, I don't forget anybody. And I know even people will hate on me for that. It's like, I'll get hate for that. It's crazy, right? But I never forget someone that helped me out, man. And I hope everyone out there, Altcoin Daily's doing well. Adam Charles, I hope you're doing well. Shout out to Crypto Face out there. Jason Casper, everyone out there. Tom Crown, my whole crew. All my streamers, man. God bless everybody out there. Even Dano Crypto, man. I love you, brother. Keep going, man. Keep going, Dano. Shout out to all my lovers of life and everybody out there. Shout out to Alex O Crypto. Everyone that pushes themselves to push this space forward. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's, everybody that streams helps my stream. Every single one that throws the Bitcoin information out to the internet, we become a bigger glob of algorithmic movement, right? So all of us together are basically one giant channel From Anthony Papliano, right, to me, to Natalie Brunel, like to everybody out there, to the street, to Jackson Hinkle interviewing Eric Adams just the other day, you know. Huge things going on. To everyone at the space, Michael Sailors of this world, I just want to say thank you. You guys have freed me of financial freedom. So many things have happened, or freed me from financial burden and given me financial freedom. And with that, I'm so grateful because I can show up every single day and use my time, my energy, and my skills to help others. And it's because each and every one of you saw something in me and helped this channel grow. And I know I'd have nothing without everybody here. I'd have nothing without God. I've had nothing without my mom and dad that gave me everything, my wife who helps me, my kids that give me joy, and my friends that showed up to help me with this house. Everyone in my life has been there for me in some way, shape, or form and done something amazing. Rob, who helped me with this pool, man. I know I'm so blessed. Some days I wonder, God, how come you've given so many good people to me? And God said, because you've been so good to my people. I never walked by a woman in the train with her baby carriage. Not once in New York City in my 20 years. Not once. I saw a woman with her baby carriage. I picked that up. I carried it up the stairs. I asked for nothing. Didn't hit on her. Didn't smile. Just put it down and walked away so she didn't feel uncomfortable. Never wanted her to think I was carrying her baby carriage to get in or do something weird. You know? Random acts of kindness go so far because they build your character. And then when you're alone at night and no one's watching, you know who you are. Because you've built that spirit inside. You've worked on it. Character is everything. Honor is everything. Build who you are inside. Become someone who everyone wants to be around. Become an honorable person full of light, love, and happiness that people want to spend time with. Become a great part of society. Help everyone else. Don't think about yourself as much. Think about others, and somehow, some way, God will take care of you better than you've ever taken care of yourself. I'm telling you right now, help others more than you help yourself, and somehow, some way, you're going to have more than you've ever thought possible. People are going to pour their love onto you, pour their resources into you, help you in ways you've never thought possible. And even if you're rich, they're not going to ask you for something because you've already given so much to them. They're going to be like, oh, he deserves what the money he has. They're never going to be jealous of your money. When you help others and people see how successful you are, they're not jealous of your money. They're happy for you. They'll do more stuff for you for free, even though they know you've made money that day. It's insane. They'll give you gifts, even though you know, because it's the energy you keep that they respect, not the money. They don't care that you're rich. They care that you've been given. And because anyone that gives at a high level to a lot of other people, you're going to end up rich. The universe will bless you. That's just how it's going to work. Now, what you do with that depends on where you go in life, right? And how you change, you know. We're watching this flag on the 1 minute time frame oversold. We could get a beautiful bounce back up to 106,451. I'm still long BTC here. And I could be wrong. Go down in a pit of flames. But hey, that 4-hour time frame looks good to me. And this flag looks good to me here. Be careful on a Friday. You know what I mean? They do a lot of stop hunting. And so if I had a great week of trading, which, you know, wasn't too bad for me, I'd take a shot with a small amount on a Friday. If I had a bad week of trading, I'd probably leave Friday alone, to be honest. You know what I mean? I only trade Fridays if I've had a good week. Like, I have to earn Friday trading in a way. Or sometimes the chart's just, you know, you're above the 4-hour 200, the 21's touching, like, you got the sauce. You know, you can wait for timing all you want, but there's going to be times where they're going to do whatever they want to the market, and the timing won't matter. There are general times. I love Tuesday night. I love Wednesday. I love Thursday, like up until 2 p.m. But like today, Friday, it may pump huge today because that's just what's going to happen. You know, not for any other reason, but that's just it. So you got to always have a contingency plan here. I'm on weeks right now. I'm going to open up this trade on the flag. I like it. I'm going to risk about, I don't know, 300, 279 for 1,000. And again, I like the trade. To me, it's worth it. I won't be too bad if I'm down 289. I'll handle that well. The loss won't be a big deal, right? So, and there's the trade right there. We'll see what happens. Already kind of flipped red on me for a second. And it can easily just roll over and stop me out, which is probably likely it's going to happen on a Friday. Oh, look at that. Rolling over immediately. Oof. Price action is treachery, and it came right back up. They almost, look at that, right? No emotions. I know I could lose $289. Okay, I already told myself it's gone. Done. You get it? I know what I'm willing to lose. I'm okay with it. The whole world is going to watch me. Over 1,700 people are going to watch me lose almost $300 today. So be it. That's my fate, right? I'm willing to take a shot. And people will laugh at me. People will call me a clown. Maybe people will judge me. That's okay. I'm willing to go out there. And I'm not risking my whole life. I'm not betting $10,000, $100 million, you know. Everyone knows I could handle a $289 loss. I'd be okay. But again, a nice G in my pocket wouldn't be bad. And you do that 7 times a week, 7 times, you know. That adds up over time. So you don't have to risk a lot to gain a lot. You just have to keep chipping away every step of the way. You got to be consistent. You got to do the same. Look, I'm touching the 21 above the 200. If I lose, I'll lose. So be it. I'm a bot that's doing what the bot should do. You know, I kind of see it. My brain's pretty good at looking at price action, though. And like, see, one up is a way out. One down. See how it's starting to roll over? Starting to roll. It's starting to get like a roll look to it. 105.5. Let's see. And that's trading on weeks. Link to weeks. Great. No KYC, no issues for U.S. customers. You're all set. Jump on into weeks today. No VPN needed either. You don't have to like load up a bunch of stuff. It's ready to rock. Oh, no, actually, I like the light. The light's a lot neat. Yeah. Keep it light. Look, it's already bouncing. We were down 90. Now we're down 17. We'll see what happens here. 105.533 for BTC. So there's a scalp there on a low volume Friday. We don't know what's going to happen, but hey, we'll take a shot. Let's take a look at Ethereum. And we're going to look at ETH BTC for you too. Look, this is also a bullish sign for me. You see how the 3-day is coming back to the 21-day moving average above the 200 moving? That tells me I'm likely going to win this trade now. That thing's going to blast. That looks so good to me. If we don't get to 106.9, I'll be surprised. I'll be very surprised. I'm almost 90% sure that's going to pump. And I can't believe I said that, but by my strategies, tricks and the tricks of the trade, the way that 21's moving, 9 out of 10 times that trade plays out. It really does. So I've back-tested it for years. That looks beautiful. My subconscious mind is screaming, look, I could be a clown right now. Why would I tell thousands of people that I'm 90% sure something's going to happen? It'd be a pretty dumb idea to do if you didn't have a lot of data behind it, right? I think so. I wouldn't tell you anything if I didn't have years behind it. Thank God I have the years behind it. I'm that paranoid. I would not teach a thing if I didn't have a lot of data behind what I teach you. I wouldn't, because I don't want to look stupid on this channel. I want you guys to have confidence in what I teach. I want you to want to join my services, pay for other things. I want my business to grow. So I'm only going to say things that have high probability behind them. I'm not a fool. I've thought it out with like high intense micro-structured thought process. Like I've conceptualized how anyone will pick it apart, think about it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not going to say something here. I'm not going to teach you something that I don't have literally 20 years of backing. I called the 4-hour reversal here last night for Bitcoin. You're still in the money with a stop loss below this wicks. What else can I tell you? Yes, they dipped it down for a second, but they ripped it back up, but they did not stop us out. Our stops are below this wick here and below that wick. You can't. 105,679. Bitcoin continued to pump. We bought Bitcoin at 104,300 in front of you today. I bought $3,000 of it. I had the guts to buy it when everyone says we were going lower. I said it probably is going to go lower. I'm going to buy it anyway. The 1 hour looked like it was in a bear flag. I'm about to dump. I'm still buying BTC. Why? Because I'm habitually buying in the fear. I know that if I keep doing that, I'm going to get rewarded for it. So I do it over and over again. I've trained my mind, understand, to not see the emotions. Now, I feel the emotions. I see them for a split second, but I just let them go through me. I go, that's the old you. I said the new you doesn't look at stuff like that. That's not how you interpret information. I said you interpret information differently. So that's the idea here. So we're watching if we can buy a Corvette here with Stas out of this move to the upside to 106,923. And, you know, I'm always there everywhere, man. I'm watching all the time. And we got the Bears and the Bulls going at it, right? And we know who's going to win this one, right? Because the bull can poke the bear in the eye, right? And again, we don't know what's going to happen here. We take it one step, one day, one candle at a time. Stop losses always because we don't know. CME watch tool, this thing is insane what they're doing to us here on the CME. And the next meeting is in 5 days. We got a big meeting in 5 days. 96% chance they're not going to cut the rates. I don't understand what's happening here. They say they're in control. They say it's spot on. July, 78% chance they're not going to cut the rates. September, it starts to shift to 56% that they will cut the rate. So there's a 56% chance we're getting a September rate cut. You know what that's going to do for the October, Pumptober. Every Pumptober, baby. And this is leading up to something big, something amazing, something that we just can't believe. And then October 29th, a couple days before the October effect, the Halloween effect, there's then a 33% chance we get another hike. All right. So possibly, and then we get to December. So possibly three rate hikes, right? Now there's, so 1 to here, 2 to there. Yeah, so it looks like possibly 2 or 3, right? So amazing. Starting tonight, trading the LM. So amazing, man. So crazy, right? $38 wins to losses. That's so fresh, man. Unbelievable. Look at this. Join the Leverage Mastery program inside of our trading group. This man made $43,000. Unbelievable. Friday the 13th, or 4 to, yeah, look, in 2 months, he made 42 grand, man. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. You got to love that. Up 183%, 37-8, wins to losses. Started trading the LM system and the money in the market in the money printer 60 days ago. Trading part-time, he has a full-time job and not trading the weekends. Look at that. Missed some huge weekend pumps, though, I will be honest. But hey, if all you want to make was 42 grand in 60 days, hey, I think that's a lot of money. That's great. Extra money is amazing, right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that's what he did, man, consistently while he had a full-time job. He joined the trading group, he got the education, and he changed his life. Shout out to Master Friend. And Leverage Mastery is on the website. If you want to check it out, go to CryptoLifer.com. Okay? CryptoLifer.com. Subscribe to a monthly, a quarterly, or an annual subscription to find out more. Here is beautiful Leverage Mastery, and you can add this to your subscription. It's a one-time fee, too. I mean, come on. That guy made 42 grand with what cost basically 60 days ago. So we're talking 2 months in the group at $99. And Leverage Mastery, that's $500 to get the knowledge that helped him make $42,000. I'm telling you right now, we're a charity event at this point, and I know people don't think so, but I really believe $99 is charity, man. We're giving this knowledge away. We got to have a tighter-knit group and be pretty selective of it and probably charge a lot more. But, I wouldn't be able to change that many lives, and I wouldn't be able to help the people that are going to turn away, see? We could easily help the people that are willing to work, but the people that want to turn away, they don't get it. I don't know. That's a bearish divvy to me. Makes me think it's not worth trading. They're going to dump us. Might cut it off at $30. I don't know. See where it goes. Let that load for a second. I'll bring it back up. We still got SWE, CATA, and not trending. There's a chance. The weekend, Friday is sketchy. Let's take a look at SWE on MEXC. I mean, an extra $42,000, that could be $250,000 in a year's time, really, like, unbelievable, right? I mean, SWE's got that bear flag cooking, right? We're going to have, this whole market, we got to get a reversal. Let's take a look at SWE in the bigger time frame. It's been a couple days since I really gave it a lot of time. 59 bucks on the trade right now. We're down on the week's trade. No big deal. So sweet. I've been reiterating that this is probably the last chance to buy SWE before it bounces. I see it as a cup and handle with a breakout, and it's retesting the trend line too as well. So I don't know why I have it so small. But that looks bullish to me for SWE. I like what I'm seeing here for SWE. Shout out to all the awesome people here, man. God, thank you for everyone you brought to me on this beautiful Friday. The people that are on Friday are winners. They really want to go hard. No days off, baby. Like, we may end up making a couple grand a day, and it's because we pushed ourselves, right? I'm looking for this weekly to reverse here on SWE. I'm looking for a bounce. 3-day chart oversold, ready for the move. Hidden bullish divergence slightly. Yeah. Wow, SWE's almost about to lose $3 too. $3 even is like anywhere between $2.50 and $3 is a steal. If we lose this trend line, it's a wrap. But as long as we don't lose this trend line, I do see SWE is just kind of consolidating and making its way further back up to 588 in time. So crypto rank, what people are looking at here, any coins kind of on the radar that I haven't thought about or know about. And I like to look at the trending coins here on crypto rank. And so what we have is the popular searches and visits. So the 20 coins searched in the last 7 days. Layer 0, people keep searching. Plume Network. Hyperliquid at 41. That thing's holding from when we got in, actually. So that thing's strong right now. Probably the only thing that we're trading this week. So my Hyperliquid trade is still in the gains if you got in when I did, regardless of Bitcoin. Even Virtual is back to 186, but Hyperliquid strong. So everyone's searching Virtuals, Hyperliquid, Aptos. Uniswap had a bit of a move, up 23% in 7 days. Called out by my elite. Shout out to Sean. He nailed it. And again, I got the elite traders in my trading group too, always pushing. The trade has flipped green. It now looks like it's about to pump to the upside here. I mean, this is my signal, so I would expect the signal to play out. A little far away there from the 5-minute. But we're touching the 21 above the 200 moving average inside of a tight flag. 90% of the time, that's going to break out. I don't care what day it is. I don't care if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It doesn't matter. Whenever you're above the 200 moving average with the 21 touching, you can backtest it yourself. You can find out this knowledge yourself. Banging to 106.464 to the upside, baby. To the upside. Unbelievable. So again, and anything is possible. Right? Look, it flirts. And like I showed you, the daily should be flat today, almost like just kind of sideways. That would make the most sense. Hyperliquid, please. Looking for an entry from Underground Crypto. Let's take a look at Hyperliquid. Let's fire up this super chat. Thank you. What do you think about Home, the new DeFi app? It looks cool. It looks interesting. Let's take a look at Hype and Home. We looked at Home yesterday too. Hyperliquid continues to pump. We gave you the trade in the trading group. We talked about it. I said it's likely going to break out here on that 4-hour time frame and make a move. We got in here at about 34.92, 34.60, and it pumped all the way to 44. I mean, that's 30%. 10 on 30. I mean, a little under 30%. Beautiful gainer. Now what? Where do we go? Well, the target is 54.87, which I believe there's no reason why we can't get there. Number 2, we're retesting previous support as resistance. And we're making a bit of a flag breakout. And we're oversold here on the 4-hour time frame. So I would suggest that a trade here is possible. An entry here with a stop below that wick. And we're looking for price action to get to about 54.72 here. Some key level. That's where I'm looking at. 54.80 is my next real target. And yeah, I mean, I'm bullish. It might come up and make a right shoulder, go sideways for a while, and then flag out more side. But as long as it stays above that previous resistance as support, and we're oversold, and look, there's hidden bullish divergence. That swings up while that swings down. That tells me that the trend will continue to the upside. We pull a Fibonacci too as well. You can see how passionate I am about this. I love when the TA starts to really rev up, and it wicked down to the 618 golden pocket right there off the high volume node on the VRVP. We bring in VRVP, supportive resistance, moving averages, and RSI, and then we know our divergences. Everything really comes together to change the way you look at this market. This is what I'm teaching on that class every single month. I teach a live class. I don't have to teach the live class, but I do it because I love y'all. I think it really changes the game. I connect too. I'm a real spiritual, and I'm a personal. I like people. I'm a people person. I like to hang out, man. If I can see you guys live, I want to do that. That's really what I would like to do. So jump on in, $150. Once you made all the money that you've ever, I made good money in my life. I'm pretty happy with it. Of course, I want to get to 100 million, $1 billion, but I could buy dang near anything I think of right now. So I want to be with people, man. I want to connect. Relationships, once you can buy whatever, buying whatever doesn't do a dang thing for you. Like, that kind of fades, and relationships become what you're really, really fiending for. Like a good time with someone, a moment where you really, really say, you know what, that's true. Or when someone says something nice about your, how you've created a good character in the past or something like that. That, to me, really changes the game, right? Yeah, so Hyperliquid looks good to me. An entry could be right there on the breakout. Could wait for it to make a possible right shoulder and come a little lower, but it's strong right now. It is strong. Bitcoin went all up and down, and it didn't matter, right? Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin. Sam mastered its movement. Shout out to Cryptic Rick, man. I love you. Legends exist in every era, but only one reads the charts with life or vision. Sam Price sits where icons belong, at the top of the list with greatness itself. God bless you, man. The chart assassin, Crypto Lifer. Take care of that hand, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will. And with that, everybody, I'm going to jump on out of here because I'll hang out for a little bit, but we're going to do the top-down analysis, macro analysis video that we do every single Friday and keep it moving. It looked like Satoshi moved some coins today. Someone reported on that, too. It's a bit crazy, right? I don't know how true that is. Dang, man, they stop hunted it after it all. Blank, mate. That's a Bart Simpson now that may come right back down. 105.72 for Bitcoin. That's why you do not go extra hard. Dang. Looked nice, like you're going to get the move. No. And I'm likely going to be light trading today. It's a Friday. You know what I'm saying? After insanity. And we made good money, too. Remember, it's not over till it's over. But be willing to lose. Man, they're flushing it to the downside now. Stop hunting on a Friday. That's going to be my cue to walk away from the markets. And then we'll see the massive reversal. I mean, the 4-hour trade's still in play, so I just stay away from the small time frames. That's what I said to my group yesterday, too. I said, this is when you just set the 4-hour and walk away. I'm leaving the smaller time frames alone. Looked nice, man. That was a nice flag. I'm telling you, man, 90% of the time, that's going to play out. So when it doesn't play out, it's doing something funky. Look at that. They wrote it. So funny to me. Because when you know the probabilities that you've seen in your lifetime, you kind of just get like, I don't know, you get indifferent to ridiculousness. You're just like, all right. But again, anything can happen at any moment in time, and so there you go. And I'm still up $1,000 on that Bitcoin buy, right? So that's the key. Long-term Bitcoin. The biggest thing I did today was buy Bitcoin for my future. Understand that? All these trades are all this ups and downs, NASDAQ, all that. It's all fun, but at the end of the day, are you buying BTC long-term? I'll be honest, these smaller time frames above the 200 moving average is key. They're just playing games with this 1 minute. I wouldn't be surprised if we still pump. That 4-hour looks good to me. My overall prediction is up for the day, even if the smaller time frames are getting played with, I love you all. I'll stay around in the trading group throughout the day and keep you guys privy to the information. I'm going to jump on into the macro technical analysis video right now and get it done. It takes me a little bit of time now. So everyone, I love you. I don't know why there we go. Why was my tie not straight? Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Stay positive. Remember, you are the key to your success. It's you. If you believe in yourself, then you're going to win. If you don't, then you're going to lose. It's that simple. You got to believe in yourself. There's no one else that's going to believe in you like you do. There's no one else that's going to push you like you do. It's up to you. May God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. I'll see you on the next live stream. Thank you. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. You're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great.